Ellie from Ellie's Exotics, and today we are going to be feeding all of my animals. I have previously done a video where I feed just my tarantulas and then just my reptiles and frog, just in case anyone has any fears or phobias like arachnophobia. If you don't want to see any tarantulas in this video, then head over to my feeding all my reptiles video instead, or you can skip past this timestamp to miss out the tarantula feeding. But I have a lot of hungry animals here today, so let's go through them all and I will tell you what they are going to be eating. So first we have Kiki, my corn snake. She is getting a large mouse. Then we have Big Mac, my Pac-Man frog, who is on lobworms. Then I have a brand new addition, my Mexican black king snake, Toast. And we also have Marmite, my Kenyan sand boa, and he might eat today. I did a health check on him the other day and he usually doesn't eat after I handle him for at least a week, so we'll just have to see if he comes out. Then I have my crested gecko and my gargoyle gecko. They are both going to be getting watermelon Pangea today, which is their absolute favourite, and I'm going to try and offer them some bugs as well. And then we also have my giant African land snails, who are going to be getting lots of fresh veg. And then we of course have my tarantulas, and they are going to be fed either locusts or waxworms or mealworms, depending on their size. And then we also have my two jumping spiders as well, who only ate the other day because I forgot I was recording this video, but I will offer them a locust and I'll see if they'll take it. So that is me walking through everything, and let's get right into feeding. So up first is Tapioca, and she is my female regal jumping spider. I got her at the Coventry Invert Show back in October, and if you check out my second ever YouTube video, you'll see the day that I got her. My jumping spiders are really fussy about me watching them eat, so they just wave their arms at the food until I go away, and then eventually take the worm. Look at the size of her abdomen, she's definitely ready for a molt sometime soon. And then next we have Boba, my male regal jumping spider. Now Boba is my little old man, definitely. He is getting up there age-wise. I've had him for probably about 7 months now, something like that. And yeah, he's showing some signs of old age. He was already quite old when I got him, but he's still able to eat, drink and climb, which is what is most important. So next up is Pikachu, and Pikachu is my Grammostola pulchripes. They are named after tarantula cats, Grammostola pulchripes, and I am absolutely obsessed. If you watch my last feeding all my inverts video, you will be shocked at just how big Pikachu is now, because they molted just a couple of days after that video. Look at the size of them. They are definitely going to be ready for an upgrade sometime soon, which is kind of scary because they're very bolty. But here's some more footage of them eating. Look at those tiny little fangs at work. Oh, so cute. So the next tarantula is Ophelia, and she got really startled by her locust and she just wouldn't eat after that. So I've inserted another clip of her eating. She's just amazing. She is my Brachypelma hamori, and she is so chill. She's beautiful. And then this is Morticia, my Brachypelma smithy, and she is really in pre-molt. Like, I tried her with this worm, but I knew it was going to be a no-go. I mean, she is so bold on her bum right now. Her abdomen is as shiny as ever. I mean, this is a clip from the last video, and look, she even has a bald spot there. So now, 3 months later, she's very bold. And because all of my tarantulas plot against me, I swear that's how it feels, my Carabiner versicolor is also in pre-mold. How amazing is that? Look, I tried to feed her here and she has literally webbed the lid shut. She is ready. She was having none of it when it came to food, so we just left her alone. But you know, a snail can never turn down their protein mix. So here we have a time lapse of Tommy on the left. and Shelby on the right, I forgot for a second there, eating their protein mix. If you want to find out what is inside of this mix, then check out my land snail care guide, because I cannot remember off the top of my head. But along with their protein mix, they also got some potato and they got some carrots as well. After I got a fun time lapse of them, I took them back to their enclosure and popped them away. So you'll see here that there are some tiny Tommy and Shelbys around. Yeah, so when I went away, this was months ago, I've had these guys for ages, these babies. When I went away to Japan, I came home to a boatload of baby snails. I missed some eggs, which is just inevitable as a snail keeper, and I tried to freeze all of them and, you know, give them away to people with blue-tongue skinks, but I ended up missing some, so I've got a few in there who have actually grown to quite a good size. Now, I wouldn't really recommend doing that, you know, make sure you do try and crush all of your babies if you find them, but obviously a few slip through the cracks, and I've got about 15 snails now. But here is Tommy and Shelby enjoying some lovely carrot. It is time to feed some geckos. Starting off with Cheese's enclosure, I'm just taking out his old food bowl and taking out Honey's old food bowl as well. Honey and Cheese are just doing brilliant. They are absolutely great. Here are their fresh, clean bowls. I gave them a scrub and they're getting some watermelon Pangea today. Now, whilst I'm making up this crested gecko mix, let me give you a life update. So right now, the time that this is being released, not the time of filming, I am in Australia. Everyone say hi to Australia. So I am spending the next 5 weeks in Australia, and I'm going to be finding some of your favourite reptile species, because I know a lot of my subscribers have things like blue tongues, bearded dragons, maybe even a carpet python. So if you aren't already subscribed, please subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on me finding your favorite animal in the wild. It's going to be fab. I've got some great interviews planned as well, and I've got some great tours around places like Australia Zoo that I'm going to be doing, so you don't want to miss out on that, guys. Make sure you subscribe. So now that we have given Honey a little snack from the chopstick and popped Cheese's food away, let's feed the chaotic Cheese, because this boy has so much energy for such a tiny gecko. The way he eats, the way you handle him, everything about him is chaos. I mean, look at him. He would eat that entire chopstick if he could. He genuinely would. But if you think Cheese is chaotic, welcome Big Mac. Because he was on one today. This was the first time feeding him after going into his new bioactive enclosure, and my gosh, he really had it out for my tongs. So it starts out as just like a normal, you know, cute little feeding video. He did try and eat a leaf, but, you know, you can get past that. And then I decide to give him a bit of a mist, and this is what sends him into some sort of frenzy. Because look at the way he jumped at the camera. Little boy got about an inch off the ground. Do you know how much of a big deal that is for a Pac-Man frog? They can't really jump. They can move, but to jump into the air like that, I literally almost pooped my pants, guys. I jumped out of my own skin. And when I was watching this back, where did that locust come from? That locust just came out of nowhere. I didn't even put that in there purposely. I was feeding him lobworms, and there's just a locust like hanging out with him. But anyway, he devoured the rest of his worms, and I believe I fed him 3 today. I mean, that locust is just really ready to jump right towards his face. Oh, and he does. Look at that. It's like I already watched my video. But then he was feeling a bit shy. He had to have this worm behind a leaf. What is going on with Big Mac today? It's like he is doing this for the camera. It's like he knows I'm recording. So he was like, you know what? I'm going to be on my worst behavior today. He's not usually like this. So after all of that drama, I decided, you know what? I kind of need a break. I am going to defrost some rats. So I took out a large mouse, a rat fluff, and also a pinky. And then I said, you know what, I think I'm going to doom scroll on TikTok for a little while. So I popped them back into a plastic bag for defrosting, and I got some nice warm water inside of my rat mug, which has a little cresty on the front of it. It's very cute. I got it from a Doncaster Reptile Expo back in like 2018 or something like that. And then I just let them sit. So after my 4 hours of screen time on TikTok, it was time to feed the snakes. Starting out with the adorable little Toast, my Mexican black king snake. This was the first ever meal that he had with us, and he was absolutely amazing. And then a few days later, we got him out for a handling session, and he was just as good. Honestly, guys, like, he's settling in so well, and my partner is so happy with him. If you want to find out more about him, I have a whole video about when I went to get him. He almost fell off Jay's arm there, which is quite funny, but he's so cute. Next, we have Bicky, the Woma python, which I'm really hoping to see in Australia. That I've got my fingers and my toes crossed to see them, because they are my favourite species of snake. I'm a snake girly anyway, but here is the adorable Bicky, looking like a little zombie. He is deep in shed, and he almost misses the rat. Then I thought you would all appreciate this time lapse of Bicky just not being able to find the head of the rat. Like, look at this. He is struggling, the poor boy. He then tries to eat it the wrong way round. He does eventually drop it and then eat it the right way round, but look at him. That's snakes in shed for you, but this is him out of shed. He's absolutely stunning, and he's just showing off those tiny little eyebrows. So, like I predicted, Marmite didn't eat for the video, but he did eat a few days later. So here is him taking down that mouse. This is the first time I've really seen him like coil above the substrate in quite a long time, which is pretty cool. But this is him in the last video, just taking his little pinky. I have had Marmite for so long, and he has just not grown very much at all. He's a male Kenyan sand boa, so it's what they do best, staying tiny. And then last but not least, we have Kiki, who was drop fed a mouse because she was in shed, and she's kind of crazy when she's in shed, not gonna lie. But here is her devouring a mouse. She is such a good eater. It kind of got a little bit gruesome, so I did have to put the black and white filter on, because I don't think YouTube will appreciate the color red. That's all I'll say. But look at her go. And as a sneaky last clip, here is Kiki striking at a mouse just because her feeding response is so amazing. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like to see a tour of my entire animal room, then you can check out this video right here. And if you're interested in taking any of these animals home that you see in the video, then I do have lots of different care guides on my page, and I have a lot more coming out soon. So make sure you subscribe and stay tuned for that. Comment down below which animal was your favorite, and I will see you all later. Bye bye.